It's another one of those long-standing national records that Gan Xinghui will try to take down. In fact, the third oldest national record for women's. Lynette Lim set way back at the SEA Games in 2009, 11th of December 2009, 4:11.24. So the Cambodian La Planeta in 2, Le Tu Tui of Vietnam, also a 15-year-old. She's in lane number 3. 14 Tien was 5th in the 200 meters butterfly, also swimming in the 800 meters, 3rd at the last SEA Games, 3rd in the 2019 14 to 15 Southeast Asian age group championships in this pool. She's in lane 4. She lost in the 14 to 15 age group category at year 2. The lady who's leading at the moment in lane number 5, Kamonchanak Kwanwang of Thailand, who finished 2nd in this event at the last Games. 4:20.78 is her personal best time and the national record. 3 silvers already at these games. She backed up that win in the 14 to 15 age group category in 2019 with a win last year in the 17 to 18 age group category in Malaysia. And she almost gave up that slot in the 100 meters freestyle final just to concentrate on this event, because this is her pet event. Malaysia's Hui Jia-yi, who finished 5th at the Malaysian Open. She comes from Penang. She swims in lane number 6. So Kamonchanak has reserved her energy, Roanne, just for this race tonight to take on Gan Xinghui. Nicole Tien, a fly specialist from Vietnam. A bronze medal in this 400 meters freestyle at the last Games, keeping pace with Kamonchanak. She knows if she goes stroke for stroke with a tie, place in the final will be guaranteed. That lady is all power, and we're going to see a lot more of that in those long distance races. Remember, 3 silver medals at these Games already. A collection of silver medals, almost reaching double digits in her SEA Games career. She's just 17 years of age. Thai national record is 4:11.23, set by Sadisa Suwanachet back at the Youth Olympic Games in 2014. The Thais have got those names have been big-time swimmers for the Thais, and will the name of Kamonchanak Kwanwang add to the list by the end of the evening. So La Planeta cheered on, of course, by the Cambodian officials. And probably, as what Rowan was alluding to, just used that as a warm-up, and then more of a warm-up in this race, as she came home an easy winner in Heat 1 of the women's 400 meters freestyle. So Heat 2, with Michelle Sujardi Fang of Indonesia, the 13-year-old, in lane number 2. Jarit Kla Napsawan of Thailand in lane number 3. The butterfly specialist, the 17-year-old. She was 5th in this event at the last Games. Cheng Hui, the defending champion, 4:15.19 at the World Champs is the time that she set. Remember, after the win at the SEA Games last year, this was part of 5 gold medals that she won at the last Games. 8 overall already, having won the 200 meters freestyle yesterday. Ashley Lim came in 4th in this event at the last Games. She won the Singapore National Age Group Champs with a time of 4:18.93. Personal best clocked in Queensland, Australia, 4:18.19. She swims in lane 5. Malaysia's Kelly Teo from Sarawak was 7th in the 200 freestyle yesterday, 4th in this event at the Southeast Asian Age Group Champs. She is in lane 6. And Chuhom Srevoliek of Cambodia, who swam earlier on in the 100 freestyle, swims in lane number 7. So those 2 Singaporeans. Cheng Hui, of course, yesterday in the 200 meters freestyle had a pacer as well in the form of Chan Ziyi. And the 2 of them booked their places in the finals convincingly, and it looks to be that way as well today, Rowan, having that pacer in Ashley.
Yes, this definitely looks like a much quicker heat. As you see, I think Ashley's just trying to push Cheng Hui forward. I think interestingly, they're both breathing to the right, so Ashley can see her going up the pool, but Qinghui will see her going back down.
I think that lane assignment all important for Qinghui, leading up to what will be a very quick swim. Doesn't have the quickest time this year. Remember, that belongs to Come On Chanok at the Thai age group champs, but it'll all go flying out of the window by the time the final comes around. You expect that to happen. Jarika of Thailand in lane number 3 has got the 4th quickest time in the world this year. She set at the Thai age group champs, and she's just trying to keep pace with those 2 Singaporeans who've blitzed away from the field in the early stages in the first half of the race here.
I think this is where we see Qinghui do her best work. She starts breaking away from everyone. It becomes too far to catch. I mean, Ashley is trying her best to just hold on as long as she can, but I think the gap between her and Qinghui is just getting wider and wider.
I mean, we saw her come to prominence, of course, a few years ago, Go Qinghui, but what makes her, Rowan, such an impressive long-distance swimmer?
I think it's her mindset that she has. First of all, to train for long-distance events, you're always in the pool earliest and out the pool latest. You got to do set after set after set. It's not like us sprinters where you just go in, show up, do a couple of laps, and then you're done. Not so much for Olga and Qinghui. She has to do 10 swim sessions in the pool at least, and then on top of that she has to do gym training. Got to make sure her mileage is in there for her training as well. So it is grueling, and you need to have a certain type of mental capacity to do that.
I think that's very well put, Rowan, because those long-distance races we saw earlier on in the 1500 meters freestyle is very much a race of the mind as well as the body. And Qinghui certainly as one of the strongest in between those years in Southeast Asia. I said yesterday after the win, she was recovering a bit from jet lag, so wasn't her best swim in the 200 freestyle. Still, it was a better time than what she clocked last year. We might expect a much faster time in this, and maybe even the falling of a national record which has stood since 2009, 4:11:24, remember? Almost forget about the SEA Games record. Xian Bian Pomp was just swimming crazy times during the early 2010s. 4:08:66 is the SEA Games record, which she set in Singapore in 2015. So Qinghui will win this, and rather easily too, with still a lot to spare, which is the good news. And that national record, 4:11:24, might just fall by the end of the evening. So Come On Chanok sends a statement, and Qinghui sends a riposte. As we'd expect, Jarit Sawan of Thailand coming home in 3rd position. It's good for them to ensure that they have participants in almost every race at these games. So Qinghui dipping below 4:20, 4:19:20.